Hey guys, Buffalo here. Today we are taking a look at the baby desert eagle, also known affectionately as the Beagle. Made in Israel by I.M.I, now known as I.W.I. Marketed by Magnum Research, which is a subsidiary of Car Arms. So there's a lot of, this gun goes through a lot of hands just to get here. Let's make sure it's not loaded. Now that's a safety check, but of course I knew it wasn't loaded before we started. But it's based on the CZ75. You can see the slide quite a bit different than most other handguns, as it sits inside the frame. The rails are on the outside of the slide. Most other guns, they're on the inside. This gun is very similar in size to the Glock 23. And you can see the difference in the slides there, what I was referring to. The Glock has the slide rails on the inside of the slide, like most other pistols. But very, very similar in size. Both are 40 caliber. Of course, it's available in other offerings, 9mm and 45. But of course, it is a hammer-fired double action on the first shot, and it'll be single action after that. Hammer cocks with each motion of the slide. But very well built, solid pistol. Actually a little thicker than the Glock 23. And the Glock 23 is not known as a thin gun by any means, but the Baby Desert Eagle is a little thicker, especially when you take into account the oversized slide stop and the oversized decocker, which is both sides of the gun. I.M.I, I guess you would call it. Now the compact version is a 10+1 capacity in 40 cal. Magazines drop free. Really, they almost shoot out of there. But like I say, it's a really well-made pistol. I like the way the grip feels. Get a good grip on there. Pretty much get all three fingers on there. It's a little tight for my hands, but they will all three go on with the magazine in. And both the magazines that it comes with has that little pinky extension there. Got a long beaver tail to protect from the hammer. The trigger on this thing is really curved. I still don't know how I feel about that. I like my triggers to be a little flatter than that, but it works okay. The decocker, of course, when it's when it's been decocked and unsafe, it completely disables the gun. But the reset on the trigger requires you to go all the way out to the front. And that's whether you're shooting in single action or double. Takedown's easy enough on this gun. You just, there's 2 dots here. You just line those dots up. Press out the slide stop, and it'll slide right off the assembly. And here you've almost got there's kind of a SIG look to this gun. Some of you guys may know what I'm talking about here. Kind of reminds me of a SIG. The spring is not captured. It's got a double spring. Kind of a long booger there. But these older ones have the polygonal style rifling, like the Glock pistols. Very accurate rifling. They switched that over, I believe, to the more standard Lands and Groove style rifling on the later models. This one is an earlier model. Easy enough to put back together. line your dots back up, and just pop your slide stop back in. You're good to go. Racking the slide on the gun is a little bit awkward. You've got that decocking lever right there where the serrated part of the slide is. And I don't feel like the slide is the proper place to mount the decocker or safety. But you know, that's just my opinion. I think it should be on the frame like on the CZ75. Just makes more sense to me. So when you reach for that serrations, and I've got a sore thumb, I cut my thumb installing some electrical wire, but you grab those serrations, you're going to hit your thumb, or I do, on that decocker. So what I've been doing is grabbing it up closer to the front. And it does have the have 3-dot combat style sights on it. They are steel sights. They're driftable for your windage. Alright, the pistol does come with a nice little carrying case. Comes with 2 magazines, 2 steel magazines. It will accept CZ75 magazines, or so I'm told. I don't have any to try in it. Comes with 2 cleaning brushes. Now these little pistols have been, they've had several importers over the year. KBI imported them first. Then I think Mossberg imported them. Then Magnum Research. And then there was actually they actually stopped being imported there for a little while. And then Car Arms, which now owns Magnum Research, decided to start importing them again. So, like I say, this gun has a lot of history. And I don't claim to know all about this gun, but there's a lot of good videos out there on YouTube on it, if that's something you want to look at. But what we're going to do today is just kind of shoot it a little bit and give my thoughts on it for whatever they're worth. Alright guys, I've sat here and flapped my jaws enough. Let's load some magazines up and shoot this bad boy. Alright guys, got a couple magazines loaded up. Go ahead and chamber up, and we'll go ahead. I've got it on safe, so it's first shot will be double action. Sun is to my back, so you can say hello to my shadow there. I'm a 10-yard pin, so let's shoot this thing a little bit. First shot, long double action pull. Better take the safety off. Now I'm in single action. And we've got a jam here. No, we don't. See what I've done? Got my thumbs forward. I've got my thumb up underneath that slide stop. So release that slide, we should be good to go again. Alright, still in single action. Second mag in. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna decock it. So we're decocked now. Safe on. Alright, I'm gonna take it off safe. Now this is how that I would, like I said, I would probably carry this gun. So you would come up, first shot would be double action, then go into single. Alright guys, got the magazines loaded up. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. These double action, single action pistols do tend to throw me off a little bit. I have a little bit of trouble shooting them. That first and second shot, the trigger pull is so different that it kind of messes with me a little bit, so I don't shoot these the greatest. Let me explain it a little bit. This first shot going in here, if I were to carry this gun, of course I would decock the gun. Me personally, I would carry it with the safety off. So that puts me in double action mode. This gun is ready to fire with that long, heavy double action trigger. So when you come up, the trigger cocks the hammer and releases it for the first shot. Now you can see the hammer is cocked. I'm in single action mode, and now the trigger is much lighter and more crisp. It's a lot better trigger pull. But the thing is, you've got two different trigger pulls there to deal with, and where I don't practice that enough, it throws me off a little bit. Now if I had this pistol or any double action, single action, and I ran it a lot and shot it a lot and got used to it, you know, that probably wouldn't be no big deal. But for somebody that doesn't shoot them a whole lot, it does tend to throw me off. It takes me a little while to get used to it. Of course, I'm in single action mode now. And once again, my thumb keeps coming up under that slide stop. Not a malfunction on the gun's part. It's my grip messing with it. But I only got these 2 magazines here. Let's get the other one loaded up. And don't have a mag pouch, so I'm taking them in and out of my pockets. But so here we go again. I'm going to decock it, go into double action mode, and then subsequent shots will be single action. Alright, bring the gun up, I am just all over the place with this gun. Got the safety on. Alright, safety is off. Gun is in double action mode. Bring it up, first shot. Alright. Guys, I'm just having a time with this thing. I keep hitting this slide stop. Alright, load up a couple more magazines. Maybe I'll get the hang of it here in just a minute. Alright guys, got one more magazine of ammunition here with me. Let's go through this one more time. Double action, safety is off. Guys, I don't know what to say. Some of you guys are gonna probably hate my guts for making this pistol look bad. I mean, I am shooting horrible, and which I've only shot this gun a handful of times before I turned the camera on. But it's a well-made pistol. It's doing what it's supposed to do. But it just goes to show, for me personally, why I don't like a bunch of levers and doodads on my pistols. I mean, I'm just all over the place, and if I were under stress, you can imagine how much worse that would be. Man, it is just hard for me to get away from a Glock style pistol, just because there's just nothing there to hit, nothing to foul up. The safety is on the trigger. You're either safe or you're not, with your finger being on or off the trigger. I just having a hard time here today getting this thing to run, and it's not the gun's fault. If you took this gun and trained with it and practiced with it, as many have, a lot of you guys shoot these things great and do great with them. I just that double action, single action trigger pull really throws me off, and for some reason my grip is really playing with that, which is an oversized slide stop anyway. That's really large for a slide stop, and a slide stop to me is something really I could do without altogether, but at least be much smaller than that. I don't know. I'm not dogging the pistol, because it is a well-made pistol. It's just man, I guess it's just not for me. But you know, we've all got our opinions, and I I'm going to go ahead and share this on YouTube, even though I'm sure I'll get berated for it, but you know, it's just the way it is sometimes. Thank you guys for watching. Alright guys, I just didn't have it in me to end that video with that pistol putting a whooping on me like that. So here we are the next day. I decided to give this pistol just a few more shots. So let's see how we can do. All right, that's a little bit better. Put this other magazine through it here. Hey, we do got a malfunction here. I was using Winchester white box yesterday. I've got a Tula steel case in here today, and it may not like it as well. Well, at least I'm not hitting the slide stop today, so load up a couple more magazines. Alright, we got a couple more magazines loaded up. Getting a little bit better. Well, got one more 10 round magazine. Let me get it. Alright, this is the last of the ammo I've got with me. It's like I say, I'm shooting steel case Tula today. Yesterday I was shooting the Winchester white box, but 180 grain. Shoot this last magazine here at twice the distance. This is 20 yards. I was shooting at 10 earlier, so see if I can hit at 20. Don't like the steel case ammo. Alright guys, this is my last round. This was that one that jammed up earlier. It failed to go all the way into the chamber, so I racked it out on the ground, and I was getting ready to leave the range and I found it laying there. So try one shot in double action at 50 yards here. Alright. Now that's the way to end it on a good note. Thanks for watching guys. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys again soon.